Hi, Lee Judges here for Lee Judges TV. Just on the way back on the train from Arsenal Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace 0, Arsenal 1. First of all, I thought it was a very comfortable game up until the sending off. Most important thing is that we got the result, got the win, got the 3 points, moves us up into third in the league on the same points as Brighton and Manchester City. So from that point of view, very good. I'm not so sure about the team selection, if I'll be honest. I'm not 100% really on it with the Partey playing at right back, but listen, for 70 minutes we was dominating the game, so from that point of view, after looking and saying it was right, I felt we should have probably been 2-0 up at half time. Eddie missing a couple of good chances. Even though he missed those chances, I will give him a little bit of a compliment. He did work really hard, got himself into those positions, and of course, as a few guys here might turn around and say, like, he did get the penalty. But overall, I think the most important thing was the 3 points. We got the result, and listen, Crystal Palace is a difficult place to go. And if you be really honest about it, I felt that Aaron Ramsdale didn't have a lot to do in the whole game. And even when we went down to 10 men, as much possession as they had, they really only had that one chance from the header, which they probably should have scored. But the main important thing is that Arsenal got the 3 points and we go again. I thought we'd do something a little bit different today. I got Russ here and also Julian, so we're going to bring in Russ first. Russ, what's your thoughts of the game? The overall riding forms of the game? Overall,
it was a good solid performance up until the sending off, which I thought was harsh. I don't know why he was booked for the so-called time wasting for the throw-in. It didn't seem like he took that much time to me. And then the tackle seemed innocuous to me, and there was several Crystal Palace challenges that didn't go punished. Far worse, far more dangerous positions. Literally on the halfway line with one turn and we're away and we're on goal, and they weren't getting penalised for it. And it seems to be the same story with the referee and with us. With one little error and we get punished heavily, and other teams seem to get chance after chance after chance to commit these offences. It's not until late on in the game when they started to get some punishment dished out. But I think, From what I could see, I think that was a shocking decision.
Yeah, look to me like he couldn't wait to send him off, if I'll be honest.
Yeah. And I think, as you said earlier on, the penalty, he didn't want to give that, did he? No chance that he want to give that.
I actually see him. Oh no, it's a penalty. I've got to give it, like, you know. So, so there you go. So, but all in all, a good 3 points. That's the most.
Yeah, we hung on. I mean, we've said this before, haven't we? That there's times when we've been in that position and we've capitulated, or we haven't put the work in, we've made silly mistakes and we've got a draw or even lost a game like that before with 10 men. So yeah, it was a good professional end to the game. Jorginho came on and done a good,
I thought he'd done
Jorginho
when he came in, done really well. Yeah. I have to just talk about the atmosphere. The atmosphere was really good as well, I thought.
Oh, in the way it's always good down there anyway. I don't know if we couldn't really hear the Palace fans, could we? Because we were singing so much, hence my voice being nearly gone.
Yeah, as you can see, we're on the train on the way home now. It's getting near midnight, so I've got Julian with me as well, like, you know. So hello, Julian.
Hello, Lee.
How are we? All right. What was your overriding thoughts of that game today?
Well, if we look at the penalty first, it's been described by others as soft. And I think you went a little bit further. You said harsh, and then you actually followed up and said shocking. And I think shocking would be a more liberal way to describe that penalty, because for me it was criminal. You actually look at the reasons why he got the first one. It took him 8 seconds from the time he went to take the throw to the time he got booked. Now you look at consistency in refereeing, and Havertz took 15 seconds and didn't get booked. So how on earth can you book someone after just 8 seconds? That just seems absolutely ludicrous. Now, I'm not into conspiracy theories. I wouldn't want to say that the referees are bent, but if I was that way in thinking, I'd say it's definitely bent, because that was just an absolutely outrageous first booking.
In saying that, though, there were a couple of possible penalty shouts which he never give.
No, but I'm commenting on the penalty.
Oh, right. Well, I'm commenting on the other two penalties.
On the sending off. So the second one, I've looked at it, and we were looking at it together. I've seen the replay 3 times, and I think I'd have to watch it 10 times and I still wouldn't be able to tell you the reasons why he got that second booking.
No.
So to send him off for those 2 bookings, it wasn't just a case of, all right, one he's deserved. I am very much supportive of this new rule about time wasting. I can't say that either of those bookings were deserved or any way near deserved.
Right, we're back. We just had to get off the train there, so we're back now. Like, and we was talking about the penalties. So, what was your next overriding thought of the? What about the performances? Let's talk a little bit about performances. I thought that Declan Rice was outstanding today. I thought Declan Rice was fantastic.
Yeah, I thought everyone had done their job. Everyone had done their job of what we need to do. And one thing you said that I did agree with, Palace is a really difficult place to go. It's not an easy. I can't remember going there for a long time and seeing an easy game. I mean, even last season, I think City didn't win there. I think City got a draw there. Yeah,
they won 1-0 with a late penalty. Same as us today.
And the season before, they drew there. Then they got that penalty right at the end. So it's a really difficult place to go. If City can't even go there and win well, the fact that we've gone there now 2 seasons running and got victories was phenomenal. So yes, the players, everyone did what they needed to do, and it all went the other way after the sending off. And one thing when you look at sending off statistically is that you lose just over 9% of your players. So it shouldn't actually make such a massive difference. And this is where the psychology comes into it, where maybe they're lacking a little bit. Because one thing about Wenger's Arsenal is we used to get a whole lot more sending off. And we used to deal with it a lot more effectively.
I will say this though, Julian, that was the first sending off. Well, we didn't have a sending off last season. I can't remember the last time we was having a sending off.
No,
we was talking about it. I think it was probably Martinelli at Wolves. So that was a difficult one there, like, you know. Well, Julian, you've got to go and get your train. So
I've got another couple of minutes.
Oh, right, you've got another couple of minutes. So anyway, Russ, let's talk a little bit Carl Havertz. I thought, for me, I thought he done okay today. I'm not going to lie. I thought he put in a shift. He did. But a good performance from him today.
He was okay. Yeah, he's one of them players who just gets about the pitch and does his job efficiently without really creating a lot. He don't really.
Just a steady sort of a game, really, like, you know.
Steady. But when we went out 10 men, I thought he was really good.
Yeah, I thought he covered a lot of ground. Yeah, he come into his own a little bit there. Like, I thought Saliba at the back was good, Julian. Like, you know.
Yeah, I thought Saliba was immense, but Saliba's always immense. And the thing is about Saliba, it's a lot easier to judge him as a player because the things he does are on the ball. One thing about Havertz is I can't really appreciate him. I look at him and think, what exactly is he doing? But I'm trying to kind of look at things in a deeper way. And one of the things with football is, if you actually look statistically, on average, each player is on the ball about 3.33% of the time. So that means that he's off the ball for 96.67% of the game. So actually, what he does...
I think the train helps us out there.
No, but when you think about it, what players do off the ball is actually more important than what they're doing on the ball, because they're off the ball for the vast majority of their time on the pitch.
Movement and positioning of a defender is very important.
I will say this, you know, just to wrap up things now. Like, I'm going to say it now. Is, look, we've got the result. I'm well happy we've got the result, but I'm not happy with this Thomas Partey at right back.
No, I'm not.
I think when Ben White went back there, we looked a little bit more better in his shape, and we got back to control of the game. I want to see Thomas Partey back in the midfield. Declan Rice today, I thought, was a machine. I thought he was outstanding, but it's getting him what's his best position and sometimes along the way. And I think that at this moment in time, Mikel's just struggling to find where the players fit and everything like that. So, Julian, thanks for popping in for us and doing your little bit. Like,
always a pleasure.
No problems. Right. Russ, thank you very much. Like, you know,
always a pleasure.
I hope you've enjoyed this little thing. What we say is, at the end of it, Arsenal have won. That's the most important thing today, Russ. Arsenal got the 3 points.
Yeah. Dug in,
get the result. Until next time, thanks for watching. Goodbye.